Hello and welcome back, and be well joined with this work as Resources Soviet Republic Season X. We are on episode 94, and there is a very clear problem in Chlorin. And then you know how they say, what they say, when they say about projects, that you have to start one, almost finish it, and then go to the next one, because why not? So, when you build a city across multiple hours and you step away for a minute every once in a while, you always forget something. Always. Every single time, because that's just the way it is. Can you tell me what's wrong with this city? No heat. Nobody has heat. This one may be lucky and has some heat. No, because then there would be some people here. But nobody is here. Everyone is sick. So things aren't going the way that they need to go. And that is unfortunate. But we do have a heating plant sitting right here. There's just obviously nobody working there because we lost all our people that were in the area. So let's figure out first what we need to do in terms of heat. And it's very simple. We have this tank. It takes 17 cubic meters of water. Cool. How many do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 170 out of 300. And then just a few more buildings. So I think we are safe with the large heat exchanger, like so. There's a reserved spot right here. By reserved, I mean I can fit you, right? Can I? Can I? Due to infrastructure. Where's this infrastructure that I can't see? Where did it go? Is there a power line or something else silly running through here? I don't know. But I would like to fit you somewhere in here. What is going on here? Come on. But this is honestly, literally, seriously, all we need for this thing to actually go in here. I don't know why I can't fit you in here. There shouldn't be anything there. Is there a footpath somewhere? I can't see where there is anything. It's too bright and too white. There's a footpath there. That's why you can't fit it there. Okay, well that explains that. You may be tempted to put something here. Don't. Because the distance from the heat exchanger also matters. Like if you're in Siberia, if you play on any of the tundra maps, all the buildings that are further than a few hundred meters away, maybe it's 200 meters or something like that, will also not get enough heat. So try to still center your building as much as you can. 250 meters is the max that I'm away from everything. It's not perfect, but it's only the only real spot that I have. So that's the spot that we're going to use. 250 meters, yeah, that's fine. We'll get that one started. I'm not terribly worried about getting this done this winter because the winter is already over, and by the time we have this underground pipe built, a lot of other things would have happened, and that is totally a-okay. I just want to get this one spliced in. We do have a large heating plant, so I'm going to put that in the middle to see if we need anything else connected, but this should be fine. This should take care of all our heat problems in the area, and this pipe is currently sticking out of the ground, but it's supposed to go underground once you actually click the button. And we will send Construction Office 4 out here. That is the helicopters. And then Construction Office 2, is that the guys that we have over here? Yeah, blue. There's a highlight. I should probably go look at that, but let's let them get started on this. A highlight. Exclamation point. Okay, so you cannot go through there because that train is too long. Got it. Those trains can't go anywhere because nobody wants to go anywhere. This is interesting. Very interesting. Are you actually trying to go move? No. Oh, I wonder if I've unblocked the problem that we were having, why nobody was using the outside track here, which is, no, these are all, I was hoping that the train that sits here is blocking something from the trains over here, but that is not the case. Everything is red though. Why is this red? Okay. It's realistically red because there's actually something sitting right here, and they are slowly getting out of the way, and now these guys should have turned green, and we have the first train coming in, and the next train is coming the same way. Why are they all driving so slow or moving so slow? Don't know. Do not know, and I don't really want to. I think what you have to do is move the signals up a little bit if you want to allow the quad wagon there, otherwise you will always have a train kind of creeping in there. Yeah, you don't have enough room, so let's do that. I think it was somewhere there, and then there, and on top of that we will remove that signal and that signal. And now the trains, if there's room here in the block, will fit. If there's no room, they will hang over like this, so there's no... I'm pointing at the screen like you can see what I'm pointing at. But there's no extra train hanging out of the end over there, and that should be what we want. I am still not 100% sure why... There's vehicles on here, I don't like that. Why the trains do not want to take this shortcut, unless of course... Nope. It's not this. They just don't want to go through there, and I do know that we have some trains coming out here to deliver some fuel, so it should technically all work, but it's not practically working, so there is that issue, which is the way it is, and that's all fine. Construction-wise, yep, we're doing it. Lots of construction is happening. We have a couple of cranes, rail cranes, sitting around somewhere doing their thing, so life is going in the right direction. All the rails should be completed before I do anything too crazy, and then I was told that this is not going to work with the meat storage that I was hoping for, where a train could drop off here from the warehouse into the meat. I was told that I should probably test it, but I think I'm going to leave everything the way it is, because at some point I can still... Well, I can at least deliver meat out here, and if I have to deliver meat there, I may just add another quick drop-off here for a... meat storage, but then on the other hand, we are producing meat up here in the mountains, so we shouldn't have to do anything wild like that. Okay, start building something, because we do have our what's she called? We have our... I do need this one built. We have our fire station sitting here, and they do have all the fire protection and everything else that is needed in that area, so I think we can just get started on that. What are the construction offices here? It's construction office 5. Good. They're working on the repair station down there. That's also good. And I would like you to continue working on roads that we have in the area that still need to be built. Just like everything else. Yep, there's a lot of road that needs to be built. So please make that happen. And I think we always had more road even down here. And then we have the construction office just across the street. They go down here. Is that number 7? Yes, that is number 7. So we send them out here as well. Do whatever you feel like doing. Cool. And then, what's the new project? Well, the new project is, we semi-talked about it before, and it's more important than not, because we are starting to get into a situation where we need chemicals. I really don't want to turn this thing on without having our own chemicals. Without plastic, sure, mostly because plastic production is super expensive, and I don't want to get into that. So, chemicals. Let's do the chemical dance. And we, of course, as usual, have to start with the basics, which is a train blocking another train, because all of these construction cranes came here at the same time, and only one can enter, and no one can leave, so it sent them again. But how many chemicals do we need? We have a certain amount of chemicals that we need today. I think that's pretty clear, because water needs chemicals, and that's all I'm really using chemicals for. Because I refuse to use the hazardous waste separation plant for anything but roleplay reasons, because it's just kind of useless. So, yes, we need chemicals. So first we have to figure out how many chemicals we are currently consuming, and for that we just look at last year. We look at the domestic production and consumption, we look in the industry, and we see chemicals 500 tons. I believe this is potentially also including the fabric production that we have on the peninsula part. So 500 tons, call it 600 if you want to. Citizen facilities does not have that because that's considered water. That's fine. Vehicle fuel should not do anything, and construction should not have anything either. So 600 tons of chemicals. Okay, that's a not terrible starting point. Let's see what our options are. I actually haven't built this building before, ever, in any place, but we have the humongous chemical plant that can produce 10 tons of chemical a day. I don't want to do math. 10 tons of chemicals a day. We need 600 tons. That is 2 chemical plants for what we are currently what we're currently needing. That is a lot. It's not quite 2, but let's say 300 tons production at max workers. That's 700 workers times 3. 2,100 workers. That's a lot. This is a big plant. And obviously there's a ton of pollution. 65 tons. I need to compare that to this. I know there's a formula now that someone told me, but 26 tons. Okay, the incinerator is the big one. That I know the incinerator wants to be 1.5 kilometers away from any city center. So let's look at that really quick and see what that compares to the large one. 71 tons. So they are... Well, the chemical plant is big, has more pollution. Is that right? 71 tons there. And then the big chemical plant has 65 tons. So they're about the same. So 1.5 kilometer at least as a radius around this, where this one has a really small footprint, but that's okay. What do we need? Gravel, got that. Crops, we'll have that. Lots of water, actually. That's like one full water pipe. 125 cubic meters of water needs to go in here. Water quality is pretty low, but because of the pollution, we cannot source our water directly from the surrounding area because that will be polluted. Interesting. Some wood, yeah, we'll get that from there, and some oil. We'll see if we can just tap another well somewhere around the area. And I do think the space that I want for this should be somewhere over here. This island, should that be the chemical island? I don't think the island is big enough. I'm actually now concerned that the amount of chemicals that I would like, and I want to set this across here. So yeah, 2,600 meters, 2.5 kilometers. If I put a city on this side and put the chemical plants on this side, it would technically work, but the chemicals need a lot larger space than I probably really have available here, but at least now we can see something. Okay, we're not done with the math yet. Don't worry. And yes, I did turn off Lawrence allow citizens for the time being, because as long as this is not done, there's no good reason to have this running. Now it is winter. Now it's summer again, or spring, so we can technically turn all that stuff on. But I just haven't made myself do that yet. But we're getting there. That's the main reason why our people numbers went down, because everyone that was living here was unhappy, and then every time there's someone without their own flat in the other cities, we would lose them, and then you lose the normal people that you would lose because of age. So all of that stuff is accounted for. Our happiness was at 70% for a little while. That's going up again, so I think we are doing what we're supposed to do here. Heating problem in a lot of places. Yeah, it's fine. The ambulance thing I don't like. I need to investigate that, because I've seen this now a few times. And no ambulance comes out here. You do have an ambulance sitting there. Is this more a problem of load? I think the small clinic is just not sufficient to keep everyone happy. But if it's just one ambulance every once in a while, I think we will survive that. The unemployment number here is not quite what I want to see. And yeah, we have trains just parking. Okay, there's a lot of unemployment happening here. Got it. And you are blocking yourself now. Okay, why are you not going? You're not going because you're not going. You're not going because you're not going. You're not going because you're not going. And you're not going because you're not going. And you guys, you technically have a way forward, but these trains all try to get into here, which they can't. Okay. Diagnose. This one is definitely a block that we can use. It should be a chain so they can figure out which way they want to go into. But that should unlock with that train. And then those two can't go forward because there's nobody here. You don't have signals in there. That doesn't sound right. Let's see. So there's a chain. Yes. We can probably let someone go out there. Let's put a chain here so you don't... Well, you're blocking yourself already, so I don't know if this matters. But this one thinks that there's no room here. That's the problem. And there's no room because those guys are there. You know what we can do? We can allow a little bit of room here. This is the iron drop-off zone. And that one is important because it has a really long train. But if we can fit a couple other trains in there, maybe it's going to be helpful for us. Also, yeah, you two specialists. No, stop it. One of you give up. There you go. One was faster than the other. That's what I wanted to see. So now everything should move again. And it's this... Let's see here. Okay. I found the real culprit. The real culprit is that this train was blocking itself because of the other train was allowed in the siding that I built here, which is really just a translation for Don't worry about fitting more trains in here than you actually can. I'm just removing the nodes there because this is the important one. If this one blocks everyone when you get in there, you're going to lose anyways, and we don't want that. So employer numbers were up because these guys were doing silly things, and now that should be better. They will start moving and hopefully figure themselves out. You did see the ride-along at the end of the last episode, or maybe you didn't. And this area wasn't as clogged up as I expected it to be, so things seem to be working the way that I need them to work, at least for the time being. We're just going to keep an eye on all of that. But that's all good. We're going to wait until people 21 and over are without their own flats again, until we do something else specific out there. But that's all good. Cool. Let's see. Chemicals. How many do we need? Well, we have these electronics. These electronics need 2 tons of chemicals each. And then we have these, this electronics, this is electronic components. So 2 tons there, nothing here. Chemicals need, plastics need chemicals too. So I need an approximate number for this. Electricity problem. That is bad. That is very bad. You are completely cut off. We don't have any power anywhere. Okay. Where are we cut off? You don't have any workers. Got it. Where is the closest bus? You have a couple workers on board, but you're not going to where I wanted you to go. Okay. This one, there's too much construction going on here. No, but there's just one bus really being blocked on this side, so that shouldn't be the main problem. Where are the other buses? The gondolas can't go. The cableway thing can't go unless we have... Okay, this is good. Unless we have electricity, so that should make sense. There's no power supply here, but this thing is now done. And the main purpose of this town has now transformed from whatever the iron industry was doing over there to using all of the educated people to power the nation. And that is important. So what we're going to do, and I do think we have more than enough people there, is actually divert all of the buses that go here. And by all, I mean some of them. There's 6 currently going here. And what I would like is... you're already in the end station. The end station is there. I think I want 3 buses to do something a little different. And how we're going to do that is simply this. You have the end station, you have that platform, and then I want you to go here, okay? And no longer go there, and there doesn't have to be a transfer. And now I took that bus off of this line. That's good. I would like to add 2 more buses onto this line, which I'm going to do... Can't do it that way. Okay, just checking. Wasn't sure. But we have this bus, and that bus is a little, a little stuck in there. But that's okay. We're going to assign this one and this one to the same line. They will use the end station so they can get their fuel. And I think 3 buses from this location should be sufficient to get everything in a way that I need it to work. Again, we're just really low on engineers here. That's our main problem. Everything else shouldn't really be the end of the world. We're full on nuclear fuel and all that stuff here. So yeah, money is not the problem, but the workers. We need more workers. It looks like we actually have one thing that I planned that's not completely stupid, which is this wind power plant. It's powering the gondolas to go through here, which is awesome. But yeah, we're still low on those people. So there was a bus that just dropped nobody off. Perfect. How many workers can we actually expect to wait here? I'm guessing some. And this doesn't translate to we can get rid of all of these, so I actually have to do something here. Look at the station, and the people that you can pick up here are no longer workers. No workers should go into the city anymore, but I do want a couple extra buses because there is... This is also passenger load, right? I do want to make sure that all the passengers get what they need, and for that I do need the appropriate amount of buses to make that line work, and the right number of buses on that line was... What is going on here? These are empty. Why are you standing there? You look like you're trash. Are you distracting yourself now? Yes, I am. You look like you're trash, so have you go away. Then you guys can park there now? Why can you not get in here? I don't understand. What is your problem? Anyways, I need 3 buses out of here. to go over into this situation. Nope, that's 8 now. Okay, you did it wrong. Make them go here. Okay. And then we can assign them to that line. And then, yeah, I don't know what these guys' problems are, because they should be able to just get into that station like they're supposed to, but for some reason they don't want to do that. So we're just going to sell all of these small ones, and we'll just deal with whatever problems there later. I'm pretty sure I sold the wrong bus there, but that will just happen. Cool. So you're all done. You're all getting refueled, and that's all great. Assign you 1, 2, 3. Now we have 3 extra buses going the extra route, all the way out here to the thing. It feels like our power must have been restored. There you go. We have some people working here now. That is wonderful. I just need a lot more people to actually do the thing. And now I'm glad that I have this extra little roundabout there. But the hope is that this whole facility will just fill up, and this city will be close to 100% educated workers, which is what we need for the power to be sufficient and proficient. And on the same note, I think this city just got upgraded to personal vehicles. I know you like to see that because it's always been asked, but yes, we should have the ability to now have personal vehicles for these guys without any issues. Garage spot 32, 10, 20, 30 cars, 28 cars, 16. I'm looking for the biggest one. And 32 is the winner. And I want to not make sure, but one of the main thing. Oh, that one actually has a drive-through. You could drive through there. I'm not sure that I want that. Do you want to park out here? You probably could, but no. I would like all of the workers to just be for the power plant. I don't want them anywhere else. So we have 2 there. Very good. How about, yeah, there's walking range for pretty much every part of the city, which is what I like to see. I don't care how far you have to walk, but this should be good. This should be good. Get you a quick road connection in here. I'm even going to do it with the short one, so all of this can get built at the same time. Construction office 6. Is that what's out here? Nope. 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Who are you part of? Are you part of any construction office? You have to be part of something. 8, 7, 7. There we go. I thought I clicked 7 before, but apparently it didn't count. Get those assigned, and then we have personal vehicles here, and they're just there to get people to the power plant, so hopefully that will never run out again. And along those lines, we do need personal vehicles available to actually purchase for them. I think we can also throw them just into that place, but that's not as fun. Personal car dealer. I am tempted to make a part of the actual city. If this was not a bridge, if this was a road, I may be more tempted to actually make that happen, but that feels like a crappy place to have a car dealership. I was hoping I could have like a more commercial looking space where I add them to, but there's no good enough space where I actually care that that's what we're doing, so I guess we're not doing it there. This one is a little commercial, but then the people that actually need the cars can't go out there. They also have to be passengers to actually go there, I think. Never tested that. I don't know if people can get a car from anywhere without being able to walk to the place that sells cars. I have no idea. I would feel that they cannot, but I've been wrong before, once or twice in my life. Okay, so car dealership will just be part of the system out here. Obviously, we do need a couple workers for that, but I think we will survive that. Over here, right next to the trash can, is the most commercial. Well, there's a little bit of commercial stuff right here out on that side of town, so I guess this is where we're going to assign you to. You are in walking range of pretty much everything that I could ever ask for, so yes, and you have power, you have water, you have all the things that we need. That looks good. Let's just give you one more garage out here. Yes, I do want one more garage, and they may even use it to get to those workplaces right there. How about this? Yes, that feels fine. Then just give a little bit of a road connection, and then they should be able to do the things that I need them to do. Hopefully, maybe. For you, I need a vehicle storage, open storage space for vehicles, just a small one, I think. Not the large one, just a small one. right here, and this is just where all of the cars are going to get dropped off and then hopefully also be replaced here. I don't know. Should be fine. There's a trash can right next to you, so I think this should work. Construction Office 7. Go play. You're doing great. And we'll just keep an eye on this, but yeah, I cannot have power run out ever. Not even, like, never ever. I think we may have over-engineered that now, that the buses that I assigned are not fully necessary, but it makes me feel better to have it this way than the other way. And we'll just have to keep an eye on how things play out. I wouldn't be surprised if some of our passengers now have some more complaints than usual, because if you remember, this was always a place where people were super happy. But we did interrupt the service with taking off a bunch of buses there for a little while, so we'll just have to keep an eye on that. Speaking of keeping an eye on, this is annoying, but there's no automated way to just tell them always ignore your damn signal, because it is what it is. Something that I could do is add another you could actually put a crossover here and then have trains on that side and on this side. Let's do that really quick, because I think that will solve our problem that we're currently experiencing. Crossover there, F4 to turn the crossover or the snapping off, and then crossover here. Get that one built, make it highest priority. You and you, high priority, talk to you. And what we're gonna do is actually this. If I talk to the Rail Construction Office, excuse me, if I talk to you, click on this button, assign both of these, then take that train and the train that is blocking stuff right now. Control H, send both of you home. They hopefully go to that new piece of track that I just, placed there. Let's see. You are going to the high priority track. Good. Click on that. It's the high priority track. Cool. So when they're done with that, all of this should actually work. And here I can actually release the train. So currently I have this track completely blocked, which is fine, probably. But if I can do this and this, leave that track where it is, leave the crossover here where it is, because why not? And then, let's see, I need that signal there. Don't forget, this was a lot of unevenness in track. The train should actually be able to do the thing that I want them to do, and have at least 4 queuing spaces, which right now they don't. Right now they only have 2.5 queuing spaces. Okay, yeah, this should be good. Get you out of here, get you out of here. We lost population again as usual, but we already know that that was mostly up in that new city that didn't have heat, so that was semi-expected, and then we just didn't have some power for a little while, so replenishing. Feel better about that. They hopefully complete that construction out there, and we can go back to here. So 2 tons of chemicals. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Round it up to 10. Do you really have to? No, but maybe. Round up to 10. 10 tons per day, per workday, times 300 workdays. 365, really. So 3,000 tons. Hold on. Let me think about this. Yes. I don't know how to produce that much that many chemicals. That can't be right. What am I doing here? 2 times 300 is 600 tons. Okay, times 4. A lot more than that. How are you supposed to produce that many chemicals? I don't believe my math right now. I really don't. Let's look at something again. But I think I'm not wrong. So this one produces 10 tons of chemicals. One of these... Okay, let's go this way. One of these can satisfy all 3 of these. I'm doing something wrong. No, you're not, because now you're actually doing the math. So 2 tons of chemicals, 4 of these is 1 large chemical plant. That's 9.4 tons of chemicals for 8 tons of chemicals required. They math out. I'm never going to have 100% running in any of the factories all the time for the full year. So that is the math. 1 of these for all the electronic components. Got it. This one just needs plastic. So we're now at 3 chemical plants already, 3 of the large ones, to supply what we're currently using, and then more. Okay. Awesome sauce. Should you look at what your clothing needs? No, I'm not really reliant on any of the clothing stuff, and we have more crappy vehicles sitting here that need to be taken care of. I'm also realizing, there's still a couple buses here, but that's not enough. I think I have to switch over our construction, our bus construction, to something more useful. Also, what's going on over here? This is just a personal car or a secret police car or whatever. We have a couple of those double buses sitting there, and then a lot of them here. I think we're okay on those. How we're doing here with the cement mixers. I think we have replaced what we wanted to replace, so that's all good. Dump trucks are there, those guys are there, and then there was a lot of discussion about the cranes that I put in here. Okay. Let's just get rid of all these vehicles and then demolish this thing because there's no more real need for this building. And without the excavators that were only there, the only reason the excavators were delivered to that thing in the first place was for roadworks. Like, they were like the initial excavators that got us onto the oh, this is all done. This is nice. That got us onto the map, onto the island. That's all they were there for. Like, everything from now on, it's just bonus, and I think that's okay. More roads, more roads, more roads, more rail over here, more something over there. Is there another signal there? Who put that signal here? Don't put that signal there, because this is probably the reason why that guy was almost always getting blocked on this side. That's just lame. Have you go in? Yes. Have you go in, please? And then we can do the rest of the map. Go. Okay. You're actually gonna work on the correct thing. That's amazing. And you're gonna work on the opposite thing. That's also amazing. And then you're probably just gonna interfere with each other and everything is gonna be crappy, but we'll survive. Good. Now there's a piece of ice in there. Gotta watch out what I drink. Yes. This is all fine. Construction-wise, again, I don't want to do much of the farms until I have the cement stuff set up over here, which I do need the rails for that over on this side as well. So it's going to be a little while because we have to go get all this done, which then makes me think, why don't you just do this then? I mean, what's the point of having helicopters if you just refuse to use them? I was a little worried that I didn't have that pipe there, but that looks fine. This one, this one, this one, this one, and that pipe. That one's connected. Cool. Get this one connected. You don't have water yet. Okay. That should be cheap water because I don't expect any pollution here. Small water well, yes. Put you honestly here next to the fire station should be fine. You will even have a little bit of power already. Then you need a small water pump. Something like this. I don't expect needing a lot of water tank. You should probably get a water tank in here, especially with a small water well. When you do need something, you don't want to run out of water right away. So let's just do this. That looks good. Get a small water pump, or water run. That one in there. F3. Water pipe. That's what it's called. That one in there and that one in there. That looks good. We still need sewage and water connections out here. That should be fine, and that should be fine, but this is one of those where I will try to remember to have space for... it didn't get the connection that I wanted. This will be one of those where we'll try to remember to get some sewage and water trucks in the area so all of those things can get done. Good. Back to math. So we had three full chemical plants so far. Now we need to figure out plastic. 10 tons of plastic for these things. I'm rounding. It's okay. 10 tons of plastic for these things, and then another 12 tons of plastic for these things. Just rule of large numbers. So 22 tons of plastic for just this. That does not include the auto industry and the stuff that we're currently already consuming, which is... consumption of resources, plastics, 320 tons, so 1 ton per day. Ish, approximately. Okay, so, we said 22 tons times 300, 400 is probably easier, 22. That is 440 tons. I think that was my my math error earlier, right? with these things, because I was in the thousands, that was just stupid. So 22 times 400. No, you're right. It's like 4,000. 22 times 300 days is 6,000 tons. No. What are you doing? Okay, don't do that. Don't do that. I know I need 22 tons of plastic a day. I think my math is right. I just don't like the numbers. I really just don't like them. Let's see. How much plastic do we need? We need 22. One of these can spit out 6.6 tons. And by 22, I mean 23, because we already know that 1 ton a day is plastic that we're already consuming. So 6.6 tons. So 22 tons is handled by 4 of these. Okay. A day. Okay. 4 of these require 3 tons of chemicals, which is a little more than 1 extra chemical plant. So we are talking 4 chemical plants to handle everything that we currently need. And then it probably wouldn't be stupid to add 1 more chemical plant just in case we have any expansions later on. The problem is the size of these things. They just are going to be very hard to put in a nice and central location, and I would like that, but it's really, as you can see, that's going to be a challenge. So all of these may have to exist by themselves. But let's look at what our distance requirement should be. If we talk from this city, no, that's not the right place. If we talk from this city, I want to be 1.5 kilometers away, which is here. Does this feel like a long distance? Yes, but trust me, you don't want anything smaller than that. So there's a dot right there. Let's treat this one. Nope. Come on. Let me click on the thing that I actually want to click on. Which is there and to there. Nope, it just picks something random in the middle of the screen. Let's zoom in so I can actually see it. So yeah, I think right here, let's put a dirt road there, is the lower end of where I can allow any chemical plants to come in. The good thing is the chemical plant's resources that it needs, it doesn't consume a lot at once. And it looks like it has a good enough storage. It has a good water tank. It has 15 days of wood. It has 15 days of gravel. It has 20 days? Yes, 20 days of oil and 12 days of crops. So all of that you can probably handle with a couple trucks, a couple distribution offices that bring these out when you have a centralized place to do the like distribution from. So let's try that. Let's get a couple empty empty slots, and I am right now planning on just using direct, not direct truck routes, but definitely doing this with trucks. And if I can, I will combine them with some like distribution things. There's so many connections on this thing. Look at that. And I really don't think we need any of them, because the cargo station should be able to handle everything that we want. And if we want to, we can always connect oil pipes and fuel pipes, because we can. I just don't know if we have to. So yeah, we'll plop these in here. That is 4 already. We can then get another one here. Okay. Even with that road there, I think this is not bad. And then we may be able to fit all 4 that we need in this little spot, and then I can just centralize the distribution like I've been just saying like 5 times. One more? Sure, why not? There's a road there. Who put that road there? Oh, they have rail connections! I didn't realize that! They have rail connections! Why do they not have a factory connection on the north side? But they have rail connections. You know what rail connections mean? I don't have to worry about the fuel. They only have a single one, but they have one. That is... I don't think game changer is the word I should use here, but let's see what we can do with this. Something dangerous, I'm sure. There's an excavator, help us with that, very good. That one has to go through here, and then this one just needs to be able to get past this thing, which is called a road, to get those connections. And you guys are just like, oh, I know what to do with this. No, you don't. Okay, there's all our chemicals. Yes, we could deliver them with a train. The problem is if you deliver all of this with a train, you will have way too many trains running around, because I don't have a centralized location that can get all of this. And then it's always like one train at a time, which then also means everything is blocked all the time. none of that is good. But if we just say this is our chemical bunker, yeah, because we already used the grain vault for something else. Chemical bunker over here. Okay. Do you have any chance? Yes, you do have an easy chance to put the 5th one that you said you may need out here. Ooh. Now my brain goes to, okay, now you have 5 plants here. Do you know how many people you need for 5 plants to run? 5 times 700. You know what the problem with that is? How many public transport options do you need to handle 700? You need a humongous central location to get all of your workers from. I clicked that button, let me go there. To get all of your workers from. That is not the end of the world. What is happening here? Why are there so many parked there? And you're parked there, and you're parked there. You should be able to go in here now. Okay, let's do this, because yeah, you are blocking all of this stuff. Got it. Let's fix this. And then I finish my thought, I promise. Chain goes out, you go there, you go there. That crossover honestly can just be shut down, so if anyone wants to go, I'm trying to press the button that's left control to let me delete this all at once, but it's being a little difficult. There you go, there you go. You can just go. And then we, I think we have another just block here where we can also park in. Let's use it. That will be that one and this one. You do have to release out of here. And you do have to get in here. And then the trains, as long as they're using both sides, should stop blocking normal traffic from happening, which is really the only goal of this whole thing. So that feels good. Are my vehicles already done? I want the screenshot, or the thumbnail at the end, to be from whatever's going on here. And we're not quite there yet, but we are getting there. Construction Office 7, you're already assigned to all of these things, so make sure that you're really assigned, that you mean it. And just continue with that. Construction Office down here are number 5. Let's get them on a little bit more of whatever they can reach here. Okay, good enough. Great. There, sure. Something over here. Just, I mostly want to get all the roads done as soon as possible. That'll be super. Construction Office 2, you can connect to the rest of the things here as well. And, yeah, go from there. I don't know what Construction Office 2 is, but I don't think you wanted to assign them to this. Okay. Get you out, get you out, get you out there. And then number 7 is the other one that's out here. Cool. All right. So, we were talking about we need to be able to handle this many workers getting in here at a decent pace. That is a lot of trains. That is 5 times 7. Okay, we said that before. 5 times 7 is... Are you guys... As long as you guys are not blocking anyone, I think this accomplishes what I wanted. What I don't like is this guy always hanging over here, so I think what we're going to do here is just remove this signal from the... from what we have going on here. And then you can go home, and this one ideally would just come over here. But you don't like that for some reason. That's not the end of the world. We'll be okay. Alright. 5 times 7. DMF. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 6 is 31. No. 30? What? 31. 5 times 7 is 35. We need 3,500 workers times 3 to handle everything that we want. Okay. So this is a logistics challenge for... I don't want to see this right now. For passengers and nothing else. How do we get 3,500 people at a time in? Even if we consider a modded train car, that is a lot. Because that's pretty much what we have to bring in at the exact same time. Forget helicopters and airplanes or an airport, because there's not enough capacity in a single air vehicle that would make this possible. So no. We also I'm kind of cutting myself into a corner here because, well, no, we're not going to be able to use any of these guys. We're not going to be able to use any of these guys. Nobody can live on this island part, probably. Do you really want to live here? It's not specifically important, but it would be cool. Let's see, how far are you away from these guys? 700 meters? Yeah, no, they're gonna be polluted out. It's a nice little area, but maybe we'll put plastic there or something. I don't know. No, plastic will need another lot of people. There's gonna be a very large city right here. Okay, a very large city right there. Then we have a couple, a little chance right here, here, here to get more people in, but we're still not there because 3,500 people times 3, we're talking 11,000 people just for workers, and then you have to add a third on that, so we're at 15,000 now, which is the population that I was planning for on this side of the map, but we're nowhere near that. I mean, there are 2 cities currently not turned on, but I don't think we're going to hit that. But 15,000, 2 large cities. Let's do 2 large cities with some spread out villages around them. I like that. Because then we also have most of the island pretty much taken over. There's just this little part down here, which we'll see what we'll do there. Maybe that will be plastic, maybe it won't. But 3,500. To transport that, what vehicles do we have available? And we have to really think here, and I don't think a motor wagon type thing on the train side is going to be sufficient here, but let's go look. We have select the blueprint that we have available. Cargo wagon, passenger cabin, passenger wagon, train set. The big one that we have here is 500 people. I don't think that's little or big. It's just what it is. The biggest train set that we have available is 515 is what we have. 600, which is not awful, but 600 at a length of 125 meters. Okay. We can also probably do 2 of these, which is about the same. It's a little bigger actually if we do the D1 as a train set. If we do put two of these together, they are, well, 150 meters really. Okay, this one similar thing, and then this one 400 at 160 meters. We get 800 people. If we get 2 of these ER2s together that can go 120 kilometers per hour, we would have a winner for 1 chemical plant. We need 5 of them to arrive at the same time. There's no way we're going to run that. It's really just I'm starting to question my my hopes and dreams here, because having about 5 vehicles arrive at the same time does require I like the challenge though. It does require multiple. Traffic jam is not good. Multiple. I think that signal's too far ahead, maybe. If I take that signal out, they should be able to move, and if I just take this back a little further, the train or the vehicle should at least move. Okay, yeah, I have to arrive with 5 at the same time. Okay, let's play this out. What is the biggest station that we can handle? The biggest station that I have available that's not modded as any of these, and none of those are good enough. This one it has to be this one. It has to be. We need 6 platforms, easily, one direction, to handle this. Would you even consider making this a terminal, or do you have to go through? I think the terminal, we don't have time for a terminal for trains to come out that way. They have to go out the opposite way, otherwise it's not going to work. Okay, you're completely lost, aren't you? Yes. Okay. Let's just assume that this is going to be our terminal, and here's a place. We know that we can probably connect this relatively easy. I would like to have the rail connections go the chemical plants go the other way, but I don't think there's an easy way to do that, just because I would like to put a yard here. Okay, if you want to put a yard there, let's just pretend that there is another option for a chemical plant up on the mountain here. Nope. Nope. Yes, I can flatten this out for a very long time, and then eventually we have a location for 1 more chemical plant. Just 1 more, when that becomes appropriate. Don't hate it. It's just a little out there, but it really isn't. No, I will try to get this chemical plant up here, and I'll just keep talking while I'm doing that, because we do need a reasonable staging yard or staging area for all our trains to come in with the number of trains that we want, because we really we're talking... How many trains do I have on this line? 14, 15. I have 15 trains on this line. And this is not a humongous city. This is more for frequency, to be fair. On this... I don't know if this is possible. It does have to be its own network. I don't think there's anything that I can do to make that a shared network with cargo trains that we already have, because that's just asking for traffic jams left and right. I want to look at if our metros have any option. Maybe I can go underground. Sure. Yes, totally can go underground. We don't have multi-platform stations for the metros, but passenger cabin trackable train set cargo. Why is there? Oh, it's the wrong button. You gotta click here. If we look at our metro, what is the biggest one? We can go 5. Ooh, B-Ball Joe found something that he likes. 500 people at 58 meters and 150 meters. I can satisfy 2 whole... chemical plants just fine. So this is nice. 525. Okay, 520. Are they all 525? Oh, look on the NATO side too. We have a little bit of money to spend there. 525, 189, 6. Ooh, at 78. It's a little too long for what I want, but possible. So, okay, 525. These are all about the same. They're all about 58 meters long, and I can fit about 1,575 people into 150 meters, 180 meters of something. Okay, that is good, because 180 meters is not all that long. These are just relatively slow, but if you're on your own closed network, you don't need signals necessarily, and they could make this work. Okay, let's look on this side. Is there any difference? 450 for 36 meters. Okay. You're shorter. Is shorter important here, or do you just want capacity? Capacity is more important, but if I can get... They're a little slower too. Be careful, they're a little slower. But now I can fit into 120 meters. 450, 1200. No, it's not... I can put 4 of these together. Do you want 4 of them? 4 of them would give you 35 meters times 4. That's 120 meters plus a little bit, like 140 meters. And you can fit 2,000 minus 200, so 1,800 people in there. These are all good options, okay? These are all good options. This one train would totally spend all the NATO money that we have currently, but I also don't think that I have exported to the NATO side on a very long time. So that is not the hurdle that we have to die on today, but... Okay, 450 for 36. We can put 4 of these together. They would totally do it. How many of those do you need? I don't know, but 1,800 really almost fills up 2.5. So we just need 2 trains to do it then. I think this is the winner. Okay. I think. Now, we need metro stations that can handle this. Which... In vanilla, I am sure that we don't have anything that's long enough for a metro station like that. And I'm not sure that I saw a metro station that would satisfy what I'm looking for. But there's a large metro... Yeah, look at this. This just looks sad. And by the way, you may be able to tell, the metro station tracks are one way, which is also why T doesn't flip anything. But that's important because I see messages and other things come around every once in a while where people say, my metro station thing doesn't work. I'm like, well, you're doing it wrong. Okay, we can go above ground or below ground or on ground and do the things. And I think the above ground one would be cool. I also think we should have 2 metro lines coming in here with all that in mind. And then, yeah, what does 120 meters actually look like? Or 200 meters. That's effectively where we were. 4 long times 4 meters. We're at 160 meters of length that we need. Let's see what that is. It will be... Actually, don't do this. Do the other thing. Oh! Whoever's screaming at the screen, I heard you. What I looked at was not the length of the metro, it was the length of one wagon. We are, okay, back to square one. Back to square one. The length of one metro wagon is, I think, what it tells me there, because here's the thing. If I look at the blueprints and look at my electric locomotive, this one is 17 meters. The metro that I'm building is not just twice the length of this thing. No, 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 no. There's like 3 wagons, I think, or 4 wagons when we're done with it. So we're back to square one, potentially. Maybe not, but there's the metro stuff. So 525 for a length of 58. I think we get 3 out of these, potentially. Don't know why they put it this way, but that changes things a little bit, because now I'm not that interested in this anymore. Let's look at passenger wagons. Do we have anything that's longer? We have 144, 115, 98, 115, 110. I think this begs the consideration of maybe going back to, and I think we already have the longest one here. Yeah, this is 27 meters, 155 passengers. I may have to go investigate briefly what wagons I can use for this, because I think mods here are very welcome and very required and very necessary. Otherwise, I don't think I can do the thing that I want to do. We got the vehicles here. That's, no, not the vehicles, but we got the people here. Buyers in queue, but no cars to sell. That's fine. I need only university education. Yes, those are the only ones I care about. Everyone else can go do one. And we're going to navigate a couple vehicles out there, because we can. Can you come out here? Yes. And then we're going to send them out there. So I will investigate which vehicle, which train is best suited for what I need. I will probably get a mod for this that has the double-decker wagons, because we will have a super long train. No question about it. And probably 30 or 40 of them driving on that network. Whatever I'm building, I don't know yet. I would like to have it part of the main line, like I always do, but I think that in this case, it can be part of the main line, but the direct path for the passenger trains has to be the best path that they can take. Otherwise, again, I'm just making things unnecessarily hard for myself, which is nice, but I'm not sure that there's a real other solution if I go that route. So I should just do the thing and let it be and see how things go from there. Yes, that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to figure that out, and then I will report back to you in the next episode, and we'll know what kinds of trains or metros we're going to use, because I don't hate the idea of having a metro track. I just think metros in general are a little boring, but they do make good work with high capacity needs, which is what we have right now, as long as I can find a metro station that can handle what I need from it. So we're just going to see how that works. Is this one going to connect the way that I need it to? I don't know, but that should also not be the biggest problem. Anyways, we're down to 13 engineers now. No, don't like it. Thank you so much for watching. We will get back to us next time and figure out how the chemicals will just, get built, and how we're going to get the 15,000 people that we need in supply of that station. Cool. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.